and well, bit of a mixed innings, you would say. That first innings, India, England in the T20 World Cup. Remember,
Up and down, I would say.
yeah, remember, must-win match for both teams. They would be looking for this because whoever wins this through to the semi-finals, and whoever doesn't win this would still probably be favorites to progress, but will be second in their group and thus be facing the mighty Australia in the semis.
And
So
I'm pretty sure both the teams don't want that.
No.
Eventually, one will, of course, have
to
face,
most likely face the
yes.
Aussies. Yeah.
But just talking about how things went by for India, let's say up and down. We like we just said was because again very good start with the ball, kept chipping away wickets. But then there were some runs close to the 9th, 10th over. But again, then you saw between the 11th and the 15th over, India again blocked runs. But again, then once the floodgates were opened by the English batters, in particular, it was. Amy Jones?
There was Amy Jones low down the order, Nat Skyver. So, in the middle order, one of India's major issues always is when you get early inroads, they're not going to make them count because they let partnerships develop. And that's exactly
we
what
saw that happen in the West Indies game. We saw that happen in the game against Pakistan as well.
Correct.
There was an 81 run stand in the Pakistan game, I remember. Just about a 50 run stand in the West Indies game too. And now again we saw Nat Skyver, Amy Jones string a partnership, and you don't know, and you pray that it's not the partnership that makes India pay at the end of the day. It's a match-winning total, by the way.
151 on this track. Don't forget the former Port Elizabeth. I'm not going to try and pronounce what it's called. I can't. I'm sorry. But the former Port Elizabeth ground, the pitch there is a bit on the stodgy side. Not exactly the most, let's just say conducive to stroke making, but. Just have to talk about Renuka Singh. What a start!
And she looked a class apart from the time that she bowled the first ball. She got a breakthrough, I think, in the first over that she bowled, and every time she just looked menacing today. She was able to generate very good pace, by the way, from her, and of course with whatever she could extract from the pitch, she looked just too good on the day, and she caused problems for all that. I think the first 3 dismissals were all bowled. No, the first was caught behind.
After that,
the subsequent one was the one who bowled, I believe, and just too good on the day. And
I mean, it's very nice for India that they managed to so effortlessly find a Julian Goswami replacement at around the same time when Goswami's career was winding down. And now with Renuka there, absolutely, undoubtedly, the spearhead looked like $1,000,000 every time she was bowling. Best figures by an Indian woman in the Women's T20 World Cup history, 5 for 15. So take a bow on her part. But if you ask me again, India will be disappointed that they let them get about 1 to 50.
I'd say India did give away good 25 runs extra towards the end, and you hope that these aren't the runs that India have to then pay the price for. Very important though, as one of the comment sections I just saw, very important how the innings starts for India, because you expect better from Smriti Mandhana than you did last time around. You saw her strike a boundary, if I'm not wrong, did get to about 8 runs, but you expect a longer innings and a better innings from her, and she along with Shafali Verma will hold the key. Of course, you saw an anchor's role being performed by Harmanpreet, and you can rely on her, but you would want the firepower to come right up top.
And don't forget, you have to remember that this time around 150 again. It doesn't seem like a daunting total, but it's a stodgy kind of a wicket, not exactly the kind of wicket that would be conducive to stroke play. So power play is going to be very, very important. So in that sense, a lot will ride on how Shafali and Smriti start things off. After that, the middle order bats can actually take their time a tad, because again, 150, if you've gotten a good start, it's very, very easy to then just kind of, in the middle overs, you can slow things down a tad. And that's normally India's template, but it will depend on both of the openers, I think, lasting through the first 6. You don't want to lose an early wicket.
Exactly. So the good thing against that, in that match against West Indies, yes, of course, Mandhana departed early, but then even then the runs came in, in those first 6-7 overs. The only thing I would like to see from this team, India, let's say going into this match, because remember there is qualification into the semi-finals on the line. Also, this in many ways seals your position as the group toppers as well. Because if you finish second, remember there's an Australia waiting in the other group against whom you'll have to lock horns in the semi-final. Or you'd rather do that, let's say, in the finals, because it in all probability can be said that Australia will make the finals from
They're looking like the top team as they always do.
Yeah, really. Completely wronged Sri Lanka yesterday, and So yeah, you rather play them in the summit clash and not in the semi-finals. Let's just say.
Yeah, because in the semis, if you get knocked out, then it's seen as okay, you again failed at the semis. If you take them to the final, there's always that lottery kind of a chance you have. And let's be fair, this Indian team is very good, but doesn't quite have the experience and more importantly, title-winning pedigree that the Aussies have. Don't forget, under Matthew Mott, they had become a machine. They were just absolutely insane when it came to consistently winning ICC titles, bilaterals, the Ashes, you name it, they were doing everything, and they are that good. You have to respect them and say they are definitely on paper and on the field a much better side, but you have to back your ability to do that and beat them. Better to do that in a final than a semi.
I kind of agree with what Akash Bharadwaj in the comment section is saying. He says that Richa will be that X factor. We saw that in the previous match as well. While Harmanpreet did play that
Harman.
No, Harman.
Oh, in the West Indies match.
In the West Indies match, yes. While we saw Harmanpreet get to around 40, 42, but she took her time to get to those numbers. Rather 30. I think it was Richa Ghosh who scored 42, but she did that rather quickly, and that possibly allowed Harman to loosen up a bit, and which is why she got those runs right towards the end when that chase became
happened against Pakistan, remember? We gave a lot of credit to Jemima and understandably so, match-winning half century, but were it not for Richa coming in and striking a few lusty blows afterwards, the chase was looking tricky. Let's not mince our words. It looked like it was going to be a tricky chase. And it could very well be the case
until that 17th over, wherein I think Richa got 3 consecutive boundaries, 3 successive boundaries. That completely changed the tone of the match. But having said that, this does look like a tricky chase. But the good thing for India being, yes, of course, you've got 2 solid openers right up top, but you also have the batting depth as well.
Exactly.
It's one of the strengths that doesn't get talked about much when you talk about this Indian women's side. It's the fact that they bat till number 7, number 8, if I'm not wrong, and that's the kind. And you probably need that kind of depth when you're playing a team like England, and when you're looking at a target, let's say just around 151, 152 in this particular match.
It's a stiff target, and speaking of stiff targets, the match has in fact gotten underway. So we'll take your leave for now, but we'll be joining you after the match. Thank you guys very much for tuning in to Sports Today as you have been doing through the day. Again, don't forget, join us after the match. Check out some more videos we've done on the channel. Like, share, subscribe, all that stuff. Tap the bell. Follow us on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. Also download the AajTak app. Boys are working hard to bring you all of the updates from this match and the world of sport indeed. So show them your love.
And a quick update, if you're an Arsenal fan, Arsenal have sealed a 4-2 victory at the Villa Park. So goodbye.
Bye-bye.